What's up? Hello, Nate. How are you doing? How are things going? Forgot to turn off the reverb. Classic me. Classic me. So today, I don't even know. Today was a good day. I hope your day was too. They finally finished the plumbing and I could just cry with how happy I am. There are good things going on. Booted, how are you doing? It is so good to see you. Okay, and then I also was messing around with the electric guitar and threw a little reverb on it, so I think that should sound cool when we get to a song with that. So I actually did things. And yeah. And we have a new emote, which is dope. Marvelous. I'm so glad, Booted. I am doing really well also. I was saying my plumbing's done. Very excited. Working plumbing is a modern convenience that is very inconvenient to lose. Exactly. You really don't know how nice and easy it is until it's messed up and weird. So I'm very happy it's done. And what's up? That's just like your opinion. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, that is the new emote for when I just constantly repeat "here we go" 40 times before I do a song. So it'll be a good time. This will be fun to mess around with. I'm excited. And we have some Taylor Swift. Booted. Becoming a diehard Swiftie right in front of our eyes, everybody. I'm so here for it. Where is that? There it is. Okay, I mean, we can just jump right in. Oops. And start with that. I also really like this lo-fi. Popped up my recommended playlist a few times. I love that, Booted. I love that so much. It is such a good song. Both versions. Or should I say all three versions? Because she did like a kind of acoustic-y, sad version of it. That one really hurt. Okay. We didn't lose the two emotes. I thought we might, but now I just can't remember what it was. There was just a, like 100% that was like not really being used, which is fine because I was just kind of like filling those up. So, you know, goodness, my tooth is going to be in half one day. But yeah, so it was easy to take that one out. And the other one I would probably take out was like the wow, if we have another one come in. I don't know. For the best version, Booted. Thank you. Yeah, it was really small. So now, of course, you use it the most. Okay. Let's do... All Too Well. It doesn't even need a capo. Cool. Cool. Alrighty. Here we go, everyone. With All Too Well for Booted by Taylor Swift. I really need to get better at this reverb. Door with you, the air was cold, but something about it felt like home somehow, and I left disposition and my wide-eyed gaze. We're singing in the car, getting lost upstate. And autumn leaves falling down like pieces into place, and I can picture it after all these days. And I know it's long gone and that magic's not here no more, and I might be okay, but I'm not fine at all. Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red, cause you were looking over me. Wind in my hair, I was there, I remember it all too well. Photo album on the counter, your cheeks were turning red. You used to be a little kid with glasses in a twin-size bed. Your mother's telling stories about you on a t-ball team. You told me about your past, thinking your future was me. And I know it's long gone and there was nothing else I could do. And I forget about you long enough to forget why I needed to. Cause here we are again in the middle of the night. We dance around the kitchen in the refrigerator light. Down the stairs, I was there, I remember it all too well. Or maybe we got lost in translation. Maybe I asked for too much, but maybe this thing was a masterpiece till you tore it all up. Running scared, I was there, I remember it all too well. Hey, you call me up again just to break me like a promise, so casually cruel. In the name of being honest, I'm a crumpled up piece of paper lying here, cause I remember it all, oh, oh, too well. Time won't fly, it's like I'm paralyzed by it. Like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it. After plaid shirt days, nights when you made me your own. Now you mail back my things and I walk home alone. But you keep my old scarf from that very first week, cause it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. You can't get rid of it, cause you remember it all too well. Yeah, cause there we are again when I loved you so. Back before you lost the one real thing you've ever known. It was rare, I was there, I remember it all too well. All Too Well by Miss Swifty Swift. Thank you, Booted, for that request. Today is the day that I get down the reverb on and reverb off situation. Today's the day, everybody. Get ready. Get ready. I thought maybe, yeah, I know. I do like that stock one though. It's just very cute. But probably like if we get more ones, then I'll take it out. I don't know. I need to figure it out. I kind of want to try making one, but we shall see. I hate that. So the next time that I get an animated slot is partner, and like who knows when that's gonna happen. I wish there was more than just the 4 or 5, but you know, it's fine because I like the ones we have right now. Blaka, how are you doing? What's up? Spent most of my day working outside trying not to evaporate. Oh my gosh. Not trying to get a few prizes in a one-day game event. Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, today was really, 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 really hot. Really very hot here too. Hate it. I'm doing so good, Blaka. How are you doing? I hope everything is going so marvelous. Thanks, Nate and Booted, for the emotes. Thank you, Booted. Thank you. 5 is max, like ever, for the emotes? You only ever get 5? Because that's sad. Apart from waking up too early. I hate that. I was actually so exhausted today too. I, though, went to sleep at like 1:30 and then woke up at like 7. That's not that bad. I don't know. Why am I so tired today? That's not that crazy. Barbie, hello. How are you? It is so good to see you. You get a 5th one at some level as affiliate, still trying to get a 2nd animated spot open. I hate how long it takes. 5 animated forever? Rip. I like the ones we have. Oh, but we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, Twitch. Twitchy, Twitch. And we have an original coming up next. Let's go. Now that we have the here we go, we need to get like a let's go emote also. My 2 favorite words ever. Phrases. Not words. Okay, where am I? Before anyone else, we haven't done this one in like a little bit, have we? Madhouse! Oh my gosh. Thank you. Hello. How are you? Coming in with a bang. Let's go. Thank you so much for the 10 community subs. Thank you, Madhouse. It's lit. How are you doing? Do you want a certain song played? Oh, it just makes it so much more hype with those little bouncy guys. I dig it. It just got bad in here. Let's get it, Madhouse. Yeah, you know, I need to come up with an emote theme also. It's just random as heck. Any song? We were about to do an original. Does that sound good? Original? Perfect. Yee. How's it going, Madhouse? Okay. We're doing this immediately. All right, this is my song before anyone else. Some say soulmates, they're such a silly thing, but I can't help but believe when you're looking at me. How do two souls touch and grow the way ours have? You know me better than the ones I've known my whole life. And how do you know just what I'm trying to tell you when all I give you is one look? It's crazy to know you really found the one, and I think my heart's known all along. From that first autumn day that we met, I couldn't get you off my mind, and honestly I didn't want to try. So I said hello, you said the same, and we haven't stopped talking since that first day. Some say forever, it's too long a time, but it doesn't have a hold on me no more. See, if I could grab the hands of time, I'd stop them right now to stay right here with you. And I'm so thrilled for the future and to raise kids someday. But for now, I'm so happy to have you day by day. It's crazy to know you've really found the one, and I think my heart's known all along. From that first autumn day that we met, I couldn't get you off my mind, and honestly I didn't want to try. So I said hello, you said the same, and we haven't stopped talking since that first day. And honey, please understand, we're the best we've ever had. You'll have all of me until the world stops dead. It's a one in a million, checkmate, we're winning, once in a lifetime kind of thing. It's crazy to know you've really found the one, and I think my heart's known all along. From that first autumn day that we met, I couldn't get you off my mind, and honestly I didn't want to try. So I said hello, you said the same, and we haven't stopped talking since that first day. That was Before Anyone Else by me, Renee / Madhouse. Thank you for that, and oh my goodness, Booted and Silly, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Appreciate you very, very, very much. Doing all right, only sweat a 5-gallon bucket today. I get you. I was outside for like 2 seconds and it was actually like the worst thing of all time. So I am very sorry to those of you who had to be outside all day or doing hard work outside, because F that, today was crazy. Silly, what's up? How are you? How's it going? Did you guys see in the Discord, I saw that TikTok of someone put like steel guitar over ceilings, and it's insane. Like, it's actually crazy. So good. It is so good. Silly and Booted. Do you guys want songs? What can I play? You guys are being so amazing already off the bat, right out the gate. Let's go. Wait. Did I miss? Oh. Never mind. He tried to tell Madhouse is his favorite. I didn't miss it when it was sang last time, so IDK. Proximus. Stream is going so well. Starting off hot and wonderfully. How are you doing? How are you doing? Thank you, Booted and Nate, for the emotes. And GC, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Here we go. Hard work outside over humid inside. I mean, yeah. It's tough. It's tough. Always want that song. NZ, hello, hi, how are you? How's it going? Okay, I need to fix this thing that I thought I fixed, but apparently I did not. I don't know why it did this. 1 second, please. Oh. Huh. Okay. Well, I think... Okay, sorry, just a second. So sorry, everybody. It's crazy. This lo-fi is slapping. I really like this playlist a lot. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Perfecto. Doing all right home alone tonight. G's out with fam. Well, nice. You get to have a chill, fun night, hopefully. A good Friday night. What day is it? Sounds good. Thanks for the lurk, Proximus. Thanks for stepping in and saying hey. Oh, NZ, I'm sorry. Been better. Hope everything's okay. But sounds good. See you in a sec. And one never forgets. Hi, how's it going? How are you? How are you doing? I am having a wonderful day, and I hope you are as well. All right. We're doing Ceilings by Miss Lizzie McAlpine, which is right where it was. Here we go. Okay. Reverb. That's it. He's just licking so much right now. Okay, sorry. Radial, what's up? I did, in fact. I always drink tea and then a sip of water. I don't know why that's become such a habit. But it has. Okay, here we go with Ceilings by Lizzie McAlpine for Madhouse, your new favorite song. don't exist, and I can't recall the last time I was kissed. It hits me in the car, and it feels like the end of a movie I've seen before. That is Ceilings by Lizzie McAlpine. A jammy, jammy jam. I love that song. Hopefully you liked that Madhouse. Did that make you like the song? I guess that's allowed. Thank you, Radial. I appreciate that. Here we go. I do the same but with beers. A beer and also another beer. Do you actually pour tequila in beer, Booted? Those seem like they would not go together. Oh, but what's that drink that's like it's like a big like goblet kind of drink, and then they just have like a beer upside down in it? Does anyone know this? A michelada? Is that a thing? Thank you, Booted and Madhouse, for the emotes, and Nate. Thank you, guys. Yay, I'm so glad. Corona Rita. Yeah. Corona Rita. Yep. That's it. So I guess that is tequila and beer also. It's not a recommendation, but it's the spot. It's called I Want One Too. You know? Fair enough, guys. Fair enough. Another original comment up. I've been thinking. I haven't tried one of those though. So I'm not old enough to drink, so I had to ask my sister for that. Oh. It's kind of cute, but it's so short. What am I looking for? Oh, I've been thinking. I've been thinking. All right. Next up is I've Been Thinking by me. For Booted. For Booted. Let's go. Okay. Oh. All right. Here we go with I've Been Thinking by me for Booted. Like seasons turn over into one another, I want you to tangle up your life with mine. The stars are shining brighter, kisses fill me like a freight there's no turning back. You've been thinking for a while now how my hand fit in with yours. Been dreaming of what it would feel like everywhere else. You've been thinking of the way my eyes lit up when you said you loved me. Now you're dreaming of how to bottle that the rest of your life. And just like seasons turn over into one another, I want you to tangle up your life with mine. The stars are shining brighter, kisses fill me like a freight train rolling down the tracks. The roots are forming and baby, there's no turning back. No, there's no turning back. And I love the way you make me feel like everything for once is real. A never-ending sunny sky, so hurry up, let's get this damn thing right. That is my song called I've Been Thinking for Booted. I should start giving out that emote for everyone to use in chat. Someone is always on my YouTube. YouTube just knows. True, Booted. It's so true. Also, more whiskey, please. And Tolji. Please tell me how to say your name. But thank you guys so much for the follows. Appreciate you being here. Happy to have you in. Hope you're having a fabulous Friday night. Thank you, Buddha, for saying that's a favorite of yours. I appreciate you. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Nate. Thanks, guys. Okay, perfect. Totally. How are you doing? Requests are a bit slow, so please do what you like over my random request. All right. I'll keep that in mind, but I also like the random requests because they're like songs I haven't really heard. But everyone else in chat, if you guys want to request a song, please do so. The song list is right there in chat, and I would love to play you something you want to hear. So we can get that going. Tolgi or Tolje. Okay. I like Tolje. It sounds J. Wait, Tolje or Tolje? I'm like making it all fancy. I guess Tolgi or Tolje. Tolgi. Tolgi? That works. Make it sound more exotic. I like Tolje. We're just gonna spruce it up a little, give it some fancy spice. Also, yesterday I made, was it yesterday or day before yesterday? It might have been day before yesterday. I don't know, but whatever day it was, I made some teriyaki chicken and it was so bomb. It was so good. I was very proud of myself because it was my first time making it. Pines, hello, how's it going? They all sound good. I get botted, boated, and bot-d. Booted is the best one though. Best pronunciation. Yesterday was a really long time ago. It's true, Radial. It's very true. Chilling like a villain. We love to see it, Pines. Love to see it. I thought it was booty. Pines, what are you eating today? Who would have guessed? You'd never eat while you're watching, so that's like really crazy. Really, really crazy. Dang, now that I don't have the guitar back there, well, it's kind of right there, but now that it's not all the way back there, I need to figure out something to put there. Because how boring. I need to figure that out. Boots, and booty. Some boots, booty. Homemade chicken nuggets with mashed taters. Yum. Pines. Radial, look, I meant that it's not far, like back, okay? I did literally point to it though, so that's on me. My mistake. Homemade chicken nuggets, that sounds so good. Cartoon Mind. Thank you. Cartoon is here to raid your mind. Oh my gosh, NZ Climber. What's up? How is everybody? Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? Cartoon, how was your stream? Can I play you a song? Welcome in, everybody. Tess Snow, hi, how are you? Yay. Let's go. I'm here for nuggets. All the chicken for everybody. Yay, welcome in. How are we? Sounds good, Tess Now. I just wanted to say hey. Cartoon, let me know if I can play you something specifically. And Raiders, if there's something you want to hear, please feel free to request something. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Lauren, and I do acoustic, but now we're adding in some electric covers, and I have some originals too. So thanks for the raid. Thanks for hanging out. So good to see you all on this Friday evening. Gonna hang but lurk. Oh, thank you so much, Rosie. Thank you. We are gonna do a nice all-time low song, but there's quite a selection of songs you can pick from if anyone wants to request something, and please do, so I can play songs that you like. Okay, what is... Let me get... NZ! Thank you so much for the gifted sub to NZ Climber. Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's also so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Wonderful. Best originals on Twitch. Booted. Thank you so much. Bercuse. Hello. Thank you so much. That is so nice of you to say. How are you doing today? It is wonderful to see you. Okay, let's see what's happening. Chill Friday. I love that. I'm so happy that it's Friday. Not that I'm really gonna do much, but love a Friday, you know? Love a Friday. Shen, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I thank Cartoon for sending me such a beautiful, vibrant... Oh my goodness, Richard. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Wow. Very kind words. Thank you. I feel like... Okay. Let's do. See, I would request a song, but I don't want to accidentally give you a repeat, and I don't know if G has talked about it on stream, but no song names or artist names. Well, you know, that's fine. You can just request a random one, and it won't let you request a song, so you're good on that front. Rick, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Yay, welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Shen. So nice of you to say. Wonderful to have you here. We're just gonna go in this. We're doing 6 Feet Under the Stars by All Time Low. And then we will move through these other requests, and please, also, NZ, do you want a song? Can I play you something? And yeah, we'll just move through these, so feel free to request anything you want, and we'll just take it from there after I pull up. Okay, here we go. This is Fruity Trig. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How are you? How was your stream? Please let me know if I can play you something. Ooh, some Noah. I love Noah too. And Childish Ambino. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, Fruity, how was your stream? Hope you're doing great. Hello, Raiders. My name is Lauren. Yeah, Nate, that sounds good. We'll do Noah first, actually. That's perfect. And what one is it? Call Your Mom. Okay. And thank you, Dio Alexander, for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. Fruity Raid. Kale, how are you? It's so good to see you. Yay. What a good Friday. I am. Thank you so much, Childish. Oh, drunk. Oh, thank you, Kale, for bringing everyone over. Love that for you also, though, Fruity. It's good to get your drink on a Friday night, you know? We love that. Oh, cartoon. I'm so happy to have you here. Everyone is very cool. So happy to have you be a part of the cool people hanging. I'm so glad you're doing good, Kale. Friday, let's go, Fruity. Okay, let me do this song. Get out your tissue boxes. That's my warning. Because this song getcha. Okay. Here we go. Everything's happening. Okay. Oh, you're spiraling again. The moment right before it ends, you're most afraid of. But don't you cancel any plans. I won't let you get the chance to never make 'em. Stayed on the line with you the entire night. Told you let it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to. What are these chords? And so sorry. Stayed on the line with you the entire night. Told you let it out and let it in. Don't let this darkness fool you. All lights turned off can be could see yourself like this, you'd have never tried it. Stayed on the line with you the entire night till you told me that you had to go. Oh, don't let this darkness fool you. All lights turned off can be turned on. I'll drive all night. I'll call your mom. Oh dear, don't be discouraged. I've been exactly where you are. I'll drive all night. I'll call your mom. I'll call your mom. Meditate, swear your soul to Jesus. Throw a punch, fall in love, give yourself a reason. Don't wanna drive another mile, wondering if you're breathing. So won't you stay, won't you stay, won't you stay with me? Meditate, save your soul for Jesus. Throw a punch, fall in love, give yourself a reason. Don't wanna drive another mile without knowing you're breathing. So won't you stay, won't you stay, won't you stay with me? Don't let this darkness fool you. All lights turned off can be turned on. I'll drive all night. I'll call your mom. Oh dear, don't be discouraged. I've been exactly where you are. I'll drive all night. I'll call your mom. I'll call your mom. That is Call Your Mom by Noah Kahan, which we love. He's excellent. So thank you for that request. Cartoon. Your mam's great. Thank you so much for the follow. Kale, thank you so much for the resub. Let's go. I've got them. Weekend vibes, always a good time. So true, Childish. It's the best. It is the best. Thank you, Childish. And Pines, thank you. Cartoon, thank you. Pines is such a vibe. It is such a vibe. Thank you, NZJSK. What's up? How are you? Eating. Thanks for the tunes. You know what? Thank you for being here. I hope your food is delicious. What are you having? You added a weather one? Pines. Few clouds with a temperature of 26. Wind. Oh wait, that's Celsius. 79, which is blowing from. Does Canada use Celsius too? What? Wind is blowing from the west. 71% humidity. Chee. It's so hot. For Kings Mills, 80, woof, with 84% humidity. Wow. Cartoon, thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you, Childish and Pines. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Climber and NZ and JSK for the claps. Thank you, guys. I felt like I was in a trance. Richard, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Weather Lauren. Is there a place called Lauren? That's so funny. 82% humidity. Boom. It's actually a free meal. Let's go. Shrimp, I never eat it, but tried today for a change with couscous. Ooh, and fruit salad. I love couscous. Couscous is bomb. All my tabs crashed. Chad, do you know we have all the VODs on YouTube? We do have all the VODs on YouTube. It's lit. Did you get everything sorted, booted? That was very vibe without a backing band or loops. That effect isn't easy. Nate, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad that you guys liked that, even with my mess ups. This weather's giving me the ick. JSK, I am loving these little Love Island phrases that we're throwing in. There's a 47% heart between Pines and Booted. New York weather is clear with a temperature of 84. Geez, it's hot everywhere. What a fun time for us, for all of us to experience together. Really cool. Global boiling. True, Pines. I would say that is super accurate. Okay, I'm gonna do this song and then we're gonna grab more. Too much for the public. I'm screaming. All right, Nate, we are doing 6 Feet Under the Stars. Let's go. Okay. All right, everyone, here we go with 6 Feet Under the Stars by All Time Low for Nate. Time to lay claim to the evidence. Fingerprints sell me out, but our footprints washed away from the docks downtown. It's been getting late for days, and I feel myself deserving of a little time off. We can kick it in for hours and just mouth off about the world and how we know it's going straight to hell. Pass me another bottle, honey, the Jaeger's so sweet, but if it keeps you around, then I'm down. Meet me on Time Street, I'll take you out, though I'm hardly worth your time. In the cold, you look so fierce, but I'm warming up, 'cause this tension's like a fire. We'll hit South Broadway in a matter of minutes, and like a bad movie, I'll drop a line, fall in the grave. I've been digging myself, but there's room for two. 6 feet under the stars. I should have known better than to call you out. If not for you, I know I'd tear this place to the ground. I'm gonna roll the dice before you sober up and get gone. I'm always breeze, but I'm warming up, 'cause the tension's like a fire. We'll head South Broadway in a matter of minutes, and like a bad movie, I'll drop a line, fall in the grave. I've been digging myself, but there's room for two. 6 feet under the stars. That's 6 feet under the stars by All Time Low for Nate. Takes a while for all the pin taps to load. Thank you, JSK. Just noticed that emote was named Happy Boy. So cute. Oh, the Hudson one. I need to figure out how to like make that exact emote, but then just put like Hudson's markings on it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Pines and Booted and JSK and Nate. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's a fun one. It's like a really alty, like, but I've always loved with those songs when you when they do like them acoustic. So that's what I did. My weekend is going good so far, JSK. I had work this afternoon. They finished the plumbing. I'm gonna say that at least every 30 minutes because I'm so excited about it. So now my yard looks crazy, but at least everything is like, you know, brand new. So we love that. And yeah, then I'm on here, and this has been amazing so far. You guys are literally the best. I'm glad you get it, JSK. Really glad you get it. Yeah, they like I had like a literal moat around my house, which is fine, because who needs yards or things to look nice, you know? I would rather have it just dug up. The moat, exactly. Okay, I am gonna get more water and make a little bit more tea, and I will be back in like 5 minutes. Y'all feel free to play the drop game, and when we come back, we'll be starting with Neon Moon. So BRB. Hello everyone, I'm back. Sorry that took a minute. Blame the tea kettle that I have. Blame everything on that. It's not on me at all. Not at all. Oh no, JSK, if you are here somehow still, hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Radial, no. What were you snacking on? Tip it over and pour it out. Well, that's what I did end up doing. I just have to wait for it to boil, and it takes so long to boil. For whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why. Okay, Rosie, we are coming at you with Neon Moon, carrot cake, cream cheese. Yum. Dang, that sounds so good. I'll resume now. Carrot cake is good. Booted. Nee, oh my gosh. Okay, Neon Moon. Why do I have 4 versions of this saved? It's insane. Okay. Here we go. We're doing Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn. So let's get it going. All right, here we go. When the sun goes down on my side of town, that lonesome feeling comes to my door, and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad tracks, got a table for 2 way in the back, where I sit alone and think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dance in and out of the beams of a neon moon. I think of 2 young lovers running wild and free. I close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadows of this smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I've sat here and cried, or how many lies that I've lied, telling my poor heart watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. Oh, watch your broken dreams dancing out of the beams of a neon moon. That is Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn. And that was for Rosie. Thank you for that. I love that song. So good. All right. I'll share it. It's so stupid. New favorite chatter, booted. Shen, thank you for the lurk. What movie you were supposed to watch? Oh, I'll never forget. Was it A Star Is Born? Was that for you? Thank you, Rosie, for the claps and the emotes. I appreciate you. Thank you for requesting it. Thank you, Nate, for the claps. And Ken, hello, welcome in. NZ, thank you. Scoot, scoot. All right, we're switching, and I'm 90% sure it was a comedy. Oh. Dang it. What was it? It's right there. Oh, Vengeance. I think. Ah. Ah. Okay, I have this track turned, or not this track, but whatever, the channel that my guitar is on is turned off, so you shouldn't hear anything, theoretically, until I turn it on, right? Like, did you hear that? I need to know how this works. Because I know for recording, it doesn't do that, but I don't know for streaming. Like, did you hear that? Did you hear that strum? Yes, that was it, One Never Forgets. I do recall. Didn't hear it? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Creep, chosen because it was probably the only song title I knew. You know what? Fair enough. That is totally fine. This is a good one. And it's cool because we just got this bad boy out, so, or fixed, so I can finally play it. And I think it's cool on this. Okay, and then you guys will have to tell me also, like when I'm done, if the, you know, the words I'm trying to say, if the reverb is too much in the song, you have to let me know. You got to tell me. But hopefully it sounds cool and not annoying. Perfect timing, exactly. Now I need to go looking if you have any songs that G also does. Yes. Okay. Here we go with Creep. Good. Chill. Okay. Here we go. Wait, but now you should be able to hear it, right? Did you hear that little strum? The one little strum. Pew, pew. Look at that. Is the... Oh, me and Ableton just like do not know each other very well yet. Yeah. Okay, cool. Here we go, everyone. Hopefully this sounds cool. And just a heads up, I still haven't practiced the bridge on this one, so we just bypass it a little bit, but it'll come at some point when I feel comfortable just like belting Creep. All right, here we go with, oh, but not before this turns on. Ooh, I need a second monitor. Okay. Here we go with Creep. You were here before. Couldn't look you in the eyes. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever you want. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. What did we think? How are things sounding there, everyone? Da-da-da. Mm-mm. We walk, don't run, run, run. Here we go. Thank you, Proximus, and Booted, and One Never Forgets. Yay. I wasn't invited out today. Kicking it, oh, you're talking to each other. My bad. Well, welcome in, Ken Rilo, for your first time here. Hope you're having a good time and a good night. Good as always. Thank you, One Never Forgets. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Edward. Thank you so much. Eating popcorn and being a blob. Popcorn sounds good. Maybe a tune check. Yeah, you know, I think it does indeed need a tune check, but I have okay. I tune my guitar through an app on my phone because, you know, I can't do it by ear yet, which is fine. And but it's so quiet that I don't know when it, I don't know. You're right though. I need to tune it. All that to say, yes. I do indeed need to do that. Dang it. Did you hear that? Dang it. When I was messing around with it earlier, that did not happen. I thought I had everything in a prime position to not be messed up when I switch in this little bitty thing. There's a tuner built into Ableton. What? All right, I need to look that up. First note of the stream. Thank you, NZ. Tone could be better. Okay, cool. So tuner in Ableton and then tone. Tone like the tune, or tone like I need to add more like stuff onto it to make it sound cool. Tune it. Okay. The climb for, oh, wait, NZ, I'm so sorry. I did not bump you ahead like I said I would. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'll never forget again. Never, ever, ever again. I'm on a perfect body. That song is like so good. Radiohead knew what they were doing. I think there are apps, websites that will give you a piano tone. You want me to try to tune it by ear? I use the Fender one right now. It's just that it's like quiet, you know, the electric guitar is so quiet. But I'm pretty sure one of our amps has a tuner in it, actually. So maybe I just need to do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. Guitar tuna, huh? So much paperwork now. Okay, NZ. I give up on this game. How's paper versus Lauren? Haha. You can all learn how to tune by ear together. I mean, like, here's the thing. I feel like tuning by ear is like a really cool flex, and maybe I don't actually mean this. This is just the first thing coming to my head, but it kind of feels like, you know, like when you are in math and they're like, oh, you can't like use a calculator on the test, and it's like, why? I'll always have a calculator. Like, there's always going to be a tuner I can use, you know what I mean? But it is a flex to know how to do it by ear, I will admit. Get absolutely destroyed. Pines, what is your competition for? Is it like a CrossFit competition thing? Do you have CrossFit in Canada? I mean, that's true. One never forgets. It's true. I should. Watching Breaking Bad for the first time? What? It's so good. That is still very hot. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for you. I can tune a guitar string relative to another string, but I have no idea where I am overall. Yeah, like where you do like the ding 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 ding, that thing. It's hard to tune. It's hard to tune. It's a toughy thing to do. Okay, NZ, we are getting you The Climb Now by Miss Miley Cyrus. I hated math. Did it all in my head. Then they asked me to show how I worked it. You can just do all that in your head? Gosh, I have to write like everything down. I hate math. I hate it. Math is not my thing. Especially like high levels of it. Like when I had to take, what did I have to take? I had to take calculus for school, for a psychology major, and I was like, why would I ever need to use this? Know what I mean? DJ, hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Are you out and about? Just popping in real quick? As long as it's in tune with itself. True. That is true. Okay, what am I doing? I'm turning on the reverb and I'm singing The Climb. Okay, this is The Climb by Miley Cyrus for NZ. And is this like... Alright, here we go. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying, gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb, the struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes they knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I got to be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain, I'm always gonna wanna make it move, always gonna be an uphill battle, sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there, ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. That's The Climb by Miley Cyrus for NZ. Thank you for that. I love that. And NZ, thank you so much for the resub. You're amazing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Driving right now, heading home. Will we ever do a karaoke stream? A karaoke stream could be fun. That could be a vibe. I can see about that. Saving that for the 24-hour stream. Nate just wants me to die on stream, actually. 24 hours. Thank you, One Never Forgets, and NZ. Am booted. Thank you, guys. Thank you, NZ. And I hope that your evening gets better, or your weekend, or your day, or whatever's going on. And thank you for being here and hanging. Ghostin' by Ariana Grande up next. Yee! I was inspired by our dear friend Issa to put this on the song list. Because when she rated me a while ago, she was like, ooh, try it. And then it was stuck in my head today, and then I realized I never added it to the song list. So that's the backstory no one asked for, you know? There you go. There you go. Jesse Alexander and John May, produced by John Shanks. Interesting. I did not know that One Never Forgets. I just noted all those ding ding dings. What an excellent emote. Oh, and for people who are new here, if you'd like to join my Discord and show me your pets, that'd make me so happy. And for people who aren't new here, send me more pictures of your pets. Please. I want to see all of them. But also, Discord is just a fun way to keep in touch. I'm trying to be more active on it. Discord. And if you're tired of the pesky ads and you want cute emotes and a cowboy hat badge next to you, feel free to sub with Prime or not with Prime. Do you want to see my cat? I want to see your cats would eat my fish. I do indeed, DJ. I want to see everyone's pets. If someone has a horse, I want to see all the pictures of the horse. One Never Forgets, I want to see your fish. I want to see all the animals. Please. Yum. Water with the side of my hair. Helped a raccoon out of the dumpster for the 4th time. Wait, was it a cute little raccoon? Did you take a picture of it, Nate? I love raccoons. I am actually obsessed with raccoons. And I kind of want to pet one. Like a pet raccoon. I think that'd be so cool. Because they're tiny little hands. But you know what? They get really chonky when they're like owned by people. I swear it's the same one. He just likes your company, Nate. That's all. He just wants to hang out with you. I know. He's like, why are you helping me out of here when I want to be here? Oh, have you guys seen that that video? Of course, everything I see is from TikTok. Please don't judge me. Of the raccoon, and he like pushes open the door of the dumpster, and he's just standing there really, really silly. Have you seen that? Okay, what is happening? I love raccoons. Loves them. All right, booted. Nate, you are really nice for saving that little guy. Just a little guy. We have Ghostin' by Ariana Grande. I've almost succeeded in becoming one with my couch. Pines. That's the goal, you know. I Bane Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? I hope you're doing so well. It gets wet and then they can't climb up on the metal sides, so they need something to climb up. You should make a little ladder, Nate. Make him a little ladder. Speaking of horses, I'm a horse on the Chinese zodiac. Well, no need to rub it in, Pines. I've been pissed that I'm not the horse on the Chinese zodiac since I was like 5 or 8. Order pizza, you coward. Ghostin. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, my eyesight is so bad. Okay. Here we go with Ghostin' by Ariana Grande for Booted. In case you didn't catch it the first 4 times, what's wrong with me? Try to hold it in at night while you're sleeping next to me, but it's your arms that I need this time. Look at the cards that we've been dealt. If you were anybody else, probably wouldn't last a day. Heavy tears, a rain parade from hell. Baby, you do it so well. You've been so understanding. You've been so good. And I'm putting you through more than one ever should. And I'm hating myself 'cause you don't want to admit that it hurts you. I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again over him. I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again. Instead of ghosting him, we'll get through this. We'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, but I love you. We'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, and yeah, though I wish he were here instead. Don't want that living in your head. He just comes to visit me when I'm dreaming every now and then. And after all that we've been through, there's so much to look forward to. What was done and what was said, leave it all here in this bed with you. Baby, you do it so well. You've been so understanding. You've been so good. And I'm putting you through more than one ever should. I'm hating myself 'cause you don't want to baggage, but I love you. We'll get past this. I'm a girl with a whole lot of baggage, yeah. That is Ghostin' by Ariana Grande. That really is one of like the saddest songs that I know. It's so sad. But I love it, you know? I love it. 98% there. Thank you, Booted. What Never Forgets is on it with the Here We Go. I love it. Hi, Westsider. How are you? I just remember Justine telling us to Google wet koala. Wait, what? Oh, do they look like really weird because they're so fluffy? Thank you, Booted, for the emotes. It's a song by American singer Ariana Grande. It is the 8th track on her 5th studio album, Thank You Next, was released on February 8th. The song was written by Ariana Grande and other people. And that song is also, you guys know Mac Miller? And Pete Davidson. I'm 90% sure, I heard it's rumored that that's like a song she wrote about, like, to Pete about Mac, and I like cannot even process that information because of how heartbreaking that is. DJ, thank you, Booted and One Never Forgets. Can you make this kind of emote of yourself? Yeah, I feel like people have such like cute little things that they do while they stream. And I'm just like, wah. But I mean, I can try. I can like try to find a cool clip of me doing something. I don't know. That's a good idea though. It's a good idea, DJ. Let me add it to my list of things. So, clip for emote. Thank you, Booted. I love that song. It's so good. Thank you for the clap, Nate. Happy Sad, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you for the hearts. And Westsider. Going good tonight. I'm so glad. It's a cursed image. Would never pin that as a modern pop music. Really cool style. Thank you. Thank you, Nate. Oh, that song is so good. With the earphone? Oh, like you want me to actually, like I should actually do like a staged clip for that? Nate, don't you dare make that shocked face an emote. That cannot ever see the light of day outside of Discord. It is like the craziest thing of all time. Can't do that. Pines, we have some Keith Urban. Did that country concert pass already that you were going to in Canada? I'm 90%. So you're saying, no, Nate. Very much saying do not. Oh, goodness gracious. We're in like a sad mood and I'm here for it. These songs are all so sad. Did I read that nuance right? No. No. I look so crazy in that picture. I just, my reactions to these games is just too much. It's too much. Damn it. Booted. You guys are going to... Welp. Welp. I'm not even going to bring attention to it. Not even going to bring attention to it, okay? I'm not my mind. You guys, I think this counts as bullying, okay? Oh, anyway, moving on. I'm gonna do Till Summer Comes Around by Keith Urban for Pines, who's currently not making fun of me and harassing me. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. And after all that we've been through. Here we go, everyone. This is Till Summer Comes Around by Keith Urban. Haven't played this in a while, so we're gonna see how it goes. Another long summer's come and gone. I don't know why it always ends this way. The boardwalk's quiet and the carnival rides are as empty as my broken heart tonight. But I close my eyes and one more time I'm spinning around and you're holding on tightly. The words came out, I kissed your mouth. No 4th of July has ever burned so bright. I think you had to go, I understand, but you promised you'll be back again. So I wander around this town till summer comes around. I got a job working at the old park pier. But every summer now for 5 long years, I grease the gears, fix the lights, tighten bolts, straighten the tracks, and I count the days till you just might come back. But I close my eyes and one more time I'm spinning around and you're holding on tightly. The words came out, I kissed your mouth. No 4th of July has ever burned so bright. Think you had to go, I understand, but you swore that you'll be back again. And so I'm frozen in this town till summer comes around. Then I close my eyes and you and I are stuck on the Ferris wheel, rocking with emotions. And hand in hand we cried and laughed, knowing that love belonged to us. Girl, if only for a moment, baby, I'd be back again. You whispered in my ear, but now the winter wind is the only sound. And everything is closing down till summer comes around. That Is Till Summer Comes Around by Keith Urban. Another really gut-wrenching, heart-stomping song. We're killing it today with these. I love it. High school bullies grow up to be mods. It's fate. I'm screaming. Definitely. Oh my goodness. I go along with almost everyone in high school. Me too, one never forgets. At least I think so. I'm screaming at the faces you guys are making. Since the world has turned. Oh my God, Nate. These full faces. Thank you, Booted. Happy little number. Does not exist. No happy songs. No happy songs here. But it's fine. I'm digging the vibe. Just saying I did not have a click. I guess I like semi had one, but less of a click and more just like a friend group. I guess that is a click. I was gonna say I didn't have a clique, just a friend group I hung out with all the time. But I think that is indeed possibly the definition of a clique. Words are fun. Yep. It's all right. Okay, also guys, people of the viewership in chat, what songs do you guys want to hear? Please throw some in the queue so we can keep the good times rolling. I mean, I can also just pick some, but yeah. But also, if you guys want to play or hear something, then please let me know through that. Often oblivious to sadness in songs, I just enjoy the sound, then look up the lyrics. There's a few songs I've been like that with too, and you're like, wow, this is beautiful, and then it's like, oh, this is like one of the saddest songs ever. A friend group is just a clique without other people there to make fun of. I wish that I could play copyrighted music on stream without it blocking things out, because the way I would have the Lord of the Rings soundtrack in the background right now, or not really the soundtrack, but just the Rivendell ambiance playlist on YouTube that's 7 hours long. But no. Okay. We are coming in hot with Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. Okay. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd meet somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I don't wanna fall in love. anything to do to make me dream of you, and I don't wanna fall in love. No, I don't wanna fall in love with you. The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. It's strange what desire will make foolish people do. I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like you. I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No, I wanna fall in love. No, I wanna fall in love with you. With you. That was Wicked Game by Chris Isaac. What a bang. Booted. More Taylor Swift. Yes. Yes, 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 and yes. Nate, that is so perfect to do the little dancing Pepe in the rain. Thank you, Nate. And One Never Forgets for the emotes. Thank you so much to Stream Elements for double posting all of these things instead of spacing them out. Yay! Thank you, Booted and Nate and One Never Forgets and Edward. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Chase. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I hope your stream was amazing, girly girl. And welcome in, raiders. My name is Lauren, and I do acoustic and then sometimes electric covers, and I have some originals. And thank you so much for being here. It's so good to see you. Hi, Leah. Thank you so much for the follow. And Maddie, thank you for the follow. How is everybody? So good to see all of you. Yay, JSK, welcome back. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? Hi, Maddie. How are you? Rating in on a Swift song? I know. I was like, this is perfect. Chasen, you knew. You knew that Taylor was here. Please let me know if I can play you something. Thank you so much. And raiders and new followers, Kayla, thank you for the follow. If there's something you guys want to hear, please feel free to throw it in the queue. And we'll keep it rolling. Goomba, how are you? It's good to see you. Sad you missed her in Seattle. Did you see? Couldn't raid with us. She was on mobile. Oh, no worries. Well, thank you, Leah. Thanks for letting me know that. So I'm not just like talking to her. BDM, hi, how are you? Good to see you. Did you guys see that Taylor Swift caused or what was the thing? Like a seismic, she basically caused like the same seismic wave as like a 2.3 or something magnitude earthquake in Seattle. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Okay, well, yeah, like I said, it still stands. Whatever you guys want to hear, feel free to check out the song list. And yeah, request a few songs if you want to. I know, isn't that crazy, Leah? I was shook. It's like, dang, girl. It's lit though. Also, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Friday. Do we have any cool plans for the weekend? Seattle fans get loud. I didn't know that was like a thing. Pines will create one if he keeps eating. I'm screaming about it. Technically Saturday for me already. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for stopping in for a bit. You literally said that as I shoved popcorn in my face. Flugelhorn, thank you so much for the follow. Also, Dylan, how are you doing? How's it going? Yay. Okay, let me get a song for y'all. And then, yeah. And thanks for throwing some songs in the queue, guys. All right. We're doing Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift first. For Booted, who is a new Swiftie. Okay. Oh, let me remember it, dang it. Friends break up, friends get married, strangers get born, strangers get buried, trends fly, rumors fly through new skies, but I'm right where you left me. Okay, there we go. Friends break up, friends get married, strangers get born, strangers get buried, trends change, rumors fly through new skies, but I'm right where you left me. Matches burn after the other, pages turn and stick to each other, wages earned and lessons learned, but I'm right where you left me. Help, I'm still at the restaurant, still sitting in a corner I haunt, cross-legged in the dim light, they say what a sad sight. I swear you could hear a hairpin drop right when I felt the moment stop. Glass shattered on the white cloth, everybody moved on. I stayed there, dust collecting on my pinned up hair. They expected me to find somewhere some perspective, but I sat and stared right where you left me. You left me now. Oh, you left me now. You left me no choice but to stay here forever. You left me. You left me now. Oh, you left me now. You left me no choice but to stay here forever. Did you ever hear about the girl who got frozen? Time went on for everybody else, she won't know it. She's still 23, inside a fantasy, how it was supposed to be. Did you hear about the girl who lives in delusion? Breakups happen every day, you don't have to lose it. She's still 23, inside a fantasy. You're sitting in front of me at the restaurant when I was still the one you want. Cross-legged in the dim light, everything was just right. I could feel the mascara run someone. Glass shattered on the white cloth, everybody moved on. Help, I'm still at the restaurant, still sitting in a corner at home, cross-legged in the dim light. They say what a sad sight. I stayed there, dust collected on my pinned up hair. I'm sure that you got a wife out there, kids and Christmas set, but I'm unaware 'cause I'm right where I cause no harm, mind my business. If I love died young, I can't bear witness, and it's been so long. If you ever think you got it wrong, I'm right where you left me. You left me now. Oh, you left me now. You left me no choice but to stay here forever. You left me. You left me now. Oh, you left me now. You left me no choice but to stay here forever. That is Right Where You Left Me by Taylor Swift. Those Swifties be cray. I mean, you're not wrong, Maddie. You're not wrong. I'm so good too, Dylan. It's wonderful to see you. Happy to have you here. I've been missing out all this time learning to fix that. It's true. You really stood no chance. I would just have to work on Peter next. Get Peter on the Swift train. Thank you, One Never Forgets, and Dylan, and Booted, and Maddie. Love acoustic Taylor, Leah. Me too. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Westsider. Stream Elements wants everyone to see the kid. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for the claps. Shweesh. Okay, meanwhile, thank you, and Leah, and Booted, and Maddie, and One Never Forgets, and Dylan. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Booted. You know I love some T-Swizz. Thank you, JSK, and your song is up next. I think Peter would rather go under the train. I mean, you're probably very, very, very right with that. Oh, thank you, Westsider and Kayla. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About the girl who lives in delusion. There's a hole in my lip. Fun times. Casey Musgrave is up next. Guys, the song list, or like the songs you guys are requesting, have been so good today. It's been like a top tier level of requesting. And just overall everything. You know what I mean? It's just been a really, really good day. And so happy to have so many new people here with us. Thank you guys, raiders who have stuck around through the raids today. It's been so fun. Hello? Okay. Yeah, and if you guys, you know, want no commercials and cute emotes, feel free to hit that sub through Prime or otherwise. You guys see Hudson just like scratching like a madman? His little head right here. Love when he does that. Huh, silly boy. That's Hudson's little appearance. I'm working on the Hudson cam also. I really want to be able to do that. So I'm trying to figure out how I make that work. Where I put it, how I set it up. Noah Khan is one of my favorite artists. When I saw that on your song list, yay! Oh my gosh! Well, I'm so glad that you like. I am like so obsessed with him. So I'm glad to have a fellow Noah Khan person passionate about him. And Eaters, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Born in a hurry, always so good. We did Call Your Mom a little bit earlier, and I love Growing Sideways, so I'm very excited. And Tris, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I am not even going to try to pronounce your full name because I will butcher it and I don't want to. But thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. All right, JSK, let's get your song rolling. Okay. Breakups happen. Here, let me remember. It's been a minute since we've done this one. Okay, here we go. With Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves for JSK. Texas is hot, I can be cold. Grandma cried when I pierced my nose. Good in a glass, good on green. Good when you're putting your hands all over me. I'm alright with the slow burn, taking my time, let the world turn. I'm gonna do it my way, it'll be alright. If we burn it down and it takes all night, it's a slow burn. In Tennessee, the sun's going down. In Beijing, they're heading out to work. You know the bar down the street don't close for an hour. We should take a walk and look at all the flowers. 'Cause I'm alright with the slow burn, taking my time, let the world turn. I'm gonna do it my way, it'll be alright. If we burn it down and it takes all night, it's a slow burn. Ooh, whatever feels good. Oh, I'm so waiting my turn. I know I feel things, but I still got a lot to learn. So I'm alright with the slow burn. Slow burn. Slow burn. I'm alright with the slow burn. was a little iffy at some points, but I think we got through it okay. Wow, sorry. I punched that. Eaters, thank you so much for the Prime sub. My goodness, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's awesome of you to do. Welcome in. And now you have a cute hat next to your name when you're in chat. Thank you, okay, meanwhile, and Leah, and One Never Forgets, and Dylan, and Booted. Thank you so much, Eaters. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to actually, since you subbed, push or move your request up. Because that's a perk of being a sub too. Yay! So we're gonna do that real quick, and then we will get to the other ones in order. Thank you so much again for the sub. Shower soundtrack. You're so welcome, JSK. All right, let me get to Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. No, thank you, Eaters. It's the least I can do. All right, no capo, and it's... All right. And then after this one, I'm probably gonna take a quick break and get some water. Oops, that's Twitch. And then I'll be back for more. Okay. This is Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish for Eaters. Thank you again for the show. And here we go. Maybe.
Everything I wanted, not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried, nobody even noticed. I saw him standing right there. Kinda thought they might care. I had a dream, I got everything I wanted, but when I wake up I see you with me, and you say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you're here. They don't deserve you. I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter. It could have been a nightmare, but it felt like they were right there. yesterday was a year ago. But I don't wanna let anybody know, 'cause everybody wants something from me now, and I don't wanna let them down. As long as I am here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I can change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why you're here. They don't serve you. If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead? If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? And if they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead?
That was Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish. For Eaters, thank you again for the sub. And thanks for bearing with me on that, because that's like it's a workout to do that song. Sliding all up and down. It's crazy. Thank you, One Never Forgets, and Booted, and JSK, and Westsider. Thanks, this song means a lot to me. Oh, Eaters, I'm so glad that it's on my song list then, so we could do that for you. Thank you so much for being here. That was awesome. That was everything we wanted. Oh, JSK. Also, for people who are coming in with the raid or whatever, I have a Discord if you'd like to join it. It's fun. We share like music, memes, and pet pictures. If you're interested in that kind of a thing, it's a good time. It's a fun time. Thank you, One Never Forgets. Okay, I'm really quick going to grab some water, and I will be right back, and we will pick up with Leave the Pieces. And yeah, feel free to have fun on the drop game. I'll be back in a little bit. And we're back. Okay, so also since we are almost at 3 hours, I'm thinking that we can do maybe like 2 more songs in the queue for our 5-song countdown. And then tomorrow, I have plans in the evening, so I'm gonna try to get on in the afternoon for a little bit maybe, because I don't have plans until 7. So I think I can do like an earlier stream tomorrow. And yeah, so hopefully some of you might be able to make that, because that'd be fun. Hello, JSK and Algernon, how are you? I'm going to a friend's house to watch the fight, which I'm not really like into, but it'll still be fun. It'll be a good time just to hang out with people. So it'll be fun. Cheers. Okay. So yeah, if there's 2 songs people want, then we can do that. Yeah, the what is the fight? It's it is I don't know actually. It's a man with tattoos. 2 men with tattoos. Yeah, UFC tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know who they are. That's all right. Are you guys into fighting? Do you guys like watching the fights? Sometimes they go so fast. I think the last time I went to someone's house to watch one of the fights, it was over in like 5 seconds. Like the person just knocked, I don't remember if it was like McGregor or someone else. I know McGregor and Pacquiao. I think that's how you say his name. Those are the only ones I know, so I used to go watch those at, yes, Buffalo Wild Wings with friends. That's so fun. The fights in my high school lasted longer, true. Prefer boxing, but that was better in the past. Yeah, I also don't know the difference between boxers and UFC fighters. I don't know who is who, but I do know that they just beat the mess out of each other. That's all I know. Usually watch UFC on Sunday mornings. Nice. So you're gonna watch this one too then, NZ? So mad they got rid of their hot barbecue flavor. Hello, Mr. Tree. How are you? Wonderful to see you. How's it going? Swang and bang. That should actually be the logo for UFC NZ. I think you need to pitch that to someone. Hot dog flavor. JSK. Oh my gosh. That hot dog flavor of wings. I'm good as a guitar player myself, you know, I had to watch. Oh my gosh, that's awesome, Mr. Tree. Well, welcome in. I'm glad that we connect on Sims and guitar. Good times. Boxing is punching and hugs. UFC is hugs and everything else. Thank you. That's a good way to put it. I still don't know, well, wait, no. McGregor is a UFC because he's MMA, right? And then Manny Pacquiao is a fighter, right? I didn't just make up that name. Boxing is like Mayweather, right? Pacquiao was not even an active boxer. Dang it. Thank you. Okay, meanwhile. UFC MMA is usually in a cage, whereas boxing's in a ring. Okay, yeah. I could just, yeah, that's true. Boxing, I feel like kind of gets a little boring, right? Like when they are just like, oh, boxing is actually really tough for me to watch, I'm remembering. Because their eyes are just like exploding out of their heads and they're just like punching each other in the ribs. And like literally look like they're on the verge of death and just like hugging each other, and then someone just like knocks someone out. It's a little tough for me to watch. It's really intense. I start to feel bad for whoever's losing. Makes me kind of sad. That's from Derek Lewis, who is fighting. Oh, okay. Is Derek Lewis the one with sleeves or the ginger? That's what I saw on the screenshot they sent me of the people fighting. More points focused in some weight classes. Both can get pretty rough, especially if the ref sucks. Yeah, you're hilarious. Yeah, I've never been, but I really like football. I love football, but that's not as like violent. Just brain damaged. You tried the boxing game on the MetaQuest. What is the MetaQuest? One never forgets. It's the leg breaks. Ooh. Leg breaks in UFC. Goodness gracious. I've never seen that. But I did see that like years ago. I don't know if you watch like college basketball, but there's that person who, I think it was college, and it might have been University of Arizona. And this guy was like doing something and went off. I don't know, but he was like sitting there on the sidelines, laying there, I should say, on the court, and his shin was like in half with. It was very graphic. I was like, what? In basketball? This happens in basketball? Crazy. Just brain damage. No worries. Exactly. Okay, meanwhile. Oh, it's VR? Oh, okay. I haven't played that one, never forgets. Sounds interesting. And then also, you guys, I just remembered, his bone was sticking out, like his leg was like hanging like this. Wait. Yeah, like his shin was like, if this is his shin, it was like this. And it was just, bink. It was nasty. Very sad. That's not recommended. Yeah, I'm sure. Doesn't seem like a great winning strategy, you know? Hopefully he's okay. I think he ended up being fine. Just a broken leg. But I forgot to tell you guys my gross story of the stream for bugs. And that is the fact that Texas has giant black crickets. Okay? Giant black crickets. And 2 of them have made their way into my house recently. And it is horrifying. They're literally probably the size of this capo. And I'm not exaggerating. Maybe it's the size of this lip gloss. It's about the same size. It was a giant cricket. I was watching TV and it flew across my screen and I was like, what? Ooh. Get some Raid. I know. I need to, but also I don't want to be anywhere near it. They're cute. JSK. Google Texas black giant cricket. Okay? And then come back and tell me that it's cute. I kind of feel like they're coming down through my fireplace, which stresses me out. A compound fracture is what that's called. Goodness. Seen that in soccer several times. Yeah. You put soccer in quotes. Oh. Those are birds. I'm saying, Nate, it's awful. Let's get some Raid for bugs. Yeah. A pet snake. I know. I really want a pet snake. I would love to have a pet snake that just like cruised around the house and just got bugs. Or I guess a pet snake that I could take out of its cage and just feed these. In Mexico, we call crickets chapulín. Chapulín. Is that how you say it? But it's a cricket. Crickets are gross. It makes happy out. Yeah, I mean, okay, so crickets and fireflies are bugs that I can tolerate the most because they add to the vibe of being outside at night, like you said. But I don't want them inside of my house, and when I'm outside, I don't want them anywhere near me. You know what I mean? falling for this Google thing again. I haven't even Googled it, but I'm getting like the heebie-jeebies just thinking about it. And crickets they can jump on you. You don't catch lightning bugs then? No. That is a negative for me. Very, very heavy negative. Better crickets. Meanwhile, I would rather have a scorpion in my house than a cricket. I grew up in Tucson. Like, scorpions almost seem like half, like, they're not really bugs, are they? They're like, there's something beyond. I would rather have, like, they don't look as bug-like, you know? They are to me. I mean, they might be bugs. Are they bugs? They are armed bugs. I got stung by one on my toe in Arizona one time. And it didn't really hurt. My toe was just numb for a couple days. Crickets with lemon and sauce. Oh, Bercuse. I couldn't do it. I'd rather be serenaded by crickets than stung. I would rather be serenaded by crickets. I would not like a cricket orchestra in my house, though. You know what I mean? That's bold. Booted. You guys, it makes sense. In Mexico, some food is weird. You know, everywhere has weird food. I just like, and I know that I feel like most of the world eats bugs, but I think I'd rather starve to death than eat a bug. But you know, like, no shade to people who enjoy them. So what you're saying is you don't want a cricket as an emotional support animal? No. The only cute cricket is the one in Mulan. I can't judge. Ugh. Okay, I just had to tell you guys because I've been traumatized for two nights in a row. Oh, I hate them so much. I hope one doesn't come in my house tonight. I hope I get a peaceful cricket-free night. The bug that I can't see. Oh, yeah. Same Bercuse. I hate cockroaches. They are my, enemy number one. Public enemy number one. It was vital info. Thank you, JSK. I feel very seen. Okay, let's get this song going for, oh my gosh, Bercuse here too in Texas. They can fly and it's evil. What do they do? What benefit do they add to the biological ecosystem that requires them to exist? Because I can't think of anything. Another streamer just had to end her stream because a cat was chasing a roach up her wall. Ooh, I just got chills, like actual chills. Everyone is so brave until the cockroach flies. Yeah, it's true. They're quite possibly the worst thing known to man, dare I say. Ooh, I get like, oh my gosh, I feel like one's crawling on me or something though. Okay. Leave the Pieces for Okay Meanwhile is up next. NZ, relatable. Oh, NZ, are you in New Zealand? Which is by Australia, which also has crazy bugs, right? I've wanted to go to Australia for a long time, but I've actually considered never going because of the size of like spiders that I see. They will outlive man. I mean, one never forgets you are not wrong. You are not wrong. Sorry for laughing. Should I talk about the indoor bats I have? Okay, I don't know why, but bats scare me. And I don't like them. And the only one that's kind of okay is the fruit ones. Because they have a face that kind of looks like a wolf. You know? But if there's a bat in my house, I would move. It's the bat's house now. And that one. Texas is very hot right now, Bercuse. Very, 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 very hot. It's like over 100 all week, which is really exciting for me. Yeah, burn it down. Exactly. It's too much. All right. Meanwhile, we're doing Leave the Pieces by the Wreckers. So here we go. Oh. You're not sure that you love me, but you're not sure enough to let me go. Baby, it ain't fair, you know you just keep me hanging around. Say you don't wanna hurt me, don't wanna see my tears, so why are you still standing here just watching me drown? And it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about this heart of mine. Just take your love and hit the road. There's nothing you can do or say. You're gonna break my heart anyway. So just leave the pieces when you go. You can drag out the heartache, baby, you can make it quick. Really get it over with and just let me move on. And don't concern yourself with this mess you left for me. I can clean it up, you see, just as long as you're gone. And it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about this heart of mine. Just take your love and hit the road. There's nothing you can do or say. You're gonna break my heart anyway. So just leave the pieces when you go. You're not making up your mind, it's killing me and wasting time. I need so much more than that. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry about this heart of mine. Just take your love and hit the road. There's nothing you can do or say. You're gonna break my heart anyway. So just leave the pieces when you go. Leave the pieces when you go. Oh yeah. Leave the pieces when you go. Guess we didn't turn on the reverb, even though it's opened up to the reverb right now. That's right, me. But that was Leave the Pieces by the Wreckers for OK Meanwhile. And OK Meanwhile, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the 5 community subs. Let's go. You put us over our sub goal. It's so unbelievably lit. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for requesting that song. I don't get to do that one a lot, so that's fun. Imagine if Batman had just moved. Oh, thank you, One Never Forgets. Pax. Oh my goodness. 5 absolutely wonderful months with this amazing woman in this chill place. Pax, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the resub and the kind words. And I will hydrate One Never Forgets. Thank you so much, Pax. All right, we're gonna do your song first. New Heights, your song, my song. And then we'll do You're Still the One, then Growing Sideways, and then we'll end on Parade. Beautiful times. Oh yeah, I do have air conditioning for Q's. I would, yeah. Really exciting for me. We get some pretty wacky insects in NZ, but Australia's wildlife is like actually cursed. I've seen so many TikToks that are like actually counting me out of going to Australia. You're on your own. Thank you, okay, meanwhile, and booted. Bongo taps the desk. Thank you, NZ. Thank you, guys. Thank you, booted, and one never forgets. Pax, is it your birthday? Wait, I have to sing you the birthday song. My really, really, really good version of the birthday song. And then we'll do happy birthday, Pax. Yay. All right, let me figure out how I sing this. We know it's always a struggle. Always a struggle. I'm not forgetting the reverb on this one. It's too important. Let's see. Something I don't. Why is this song so hard for me? That it's the simplest. Happy birthday to you. All right, here we go, Pax. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Pax. Happy birthday to you. One day I'll get that down, but there you go. Happy birthday, Pax. Thanks for coming in here on your birthday. How are you doing? How's it going? Yay. Last Australian video I saw was a guy with a spider in his kitchen wall. The thing was the size of a frying pan. I'm saying booted. And I didn't realize that kangaroos were so mean. I thought they might want to just cuddle, but they in fact do not. I saw someone getting like this kangaroo was just like chest bumping them. It was so funny. Yay. Thank you, NZ. Or just leveling up. Of course, Pax. Thank you. They invented boxing. Literally. Full circle moment. It's true. Okay, let's get your song request for your birthday. Words are fun, words are fun. I'm so good at talking. Okay. This is New Heights, an original song of mine. And this is for Pax on Pax's birthday. That makes me so happy. Should I try to do this on the electric guitar? What do you think, Pax? Electric or acoustic? Did they invent crickets? You said, yeah, belly. However you feel. Okay, we'll just keep it on this because the electric actually might have some weird tuning issues, so I feel like I should make that work first. So to make it sure it's perfect, we'll just do this one. Okay, so here we go.
You said you don't believe in love.
my song called New Heights for Pax. Thank you so much for requesting that and loving that song. I appreciate you, and I'm excited because I turned up my reverb a little bit more, and I feel like that song, I just wanted it to be like very like dreamy, floating through like stars, you know, as you do. And so I like how that sounded with more reverb on it. So hopefully you enjoyed that, Pax. Thank you so much for stopping in on your birthday and for resubbing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Booted and One Never Forgets. And Fitz, how are you? Ouch, I just did something to my elbow. That hurt. Good to see you, Fitz. Thank you so much. Wonderful times. Thank you, Nate and Westsider and One Never Forgets, an Apex fan. How are you? Thank you. And Asa, thank you so much. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Literally, guys, since we talked about crickets like that, I just keep feeling like I have crickets on my, like, crawling on me. Leah, I feel like we should just do the song anyway, but Leah, if you're here, then your song is coming up. You're Still the One by Shania Twain. Da, da, da. Thank you, NZ, for the claps. Jelly Press, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? Thank you so much for your beautiful song. Enjoyed always getting. Oh my gosh, Pax, 6 a.m. Please get some rest and some sleep. And thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you had literally like the best birthday ever imaginable. I hope it was perfect. Thanks so much for being here and being wonderful. Hi, Lord Choice. How are you doing? Just waking up. Is it what time is it where you are? I like time zones are so silly. And it's just crazy how late it is. 5 a.m. Okay. So are you in the UK then? Or Europe, I mean? I am doing very well. Thank you so much. I'm doing great. Awesome. Dang, I can't wait to visit the UK. Someday. Someday. He loved listening to your... That's awesome. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for Azza for playing the originals, and then Lord Choice for liking them. That's awesome. Thank you. JSK, good night. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was so wonderful. Have a wonderful night. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you, Lord Choice. That's very nice of you to say. Very nice of you to say. All right. I don't think Leah's here anymore, but we're just gonna do this song, and then after this song, we will be doing Kayla's song if Kayla's still here. The Noah Khan. So here we go. I was going to ask if you mind him playing them as well. Oh, you know what? If anyone asks you if they can play any of my originals, then it's always yes. I would love to spread the word as much as possible. So yeah, and I really appreciate you doing that. You are excellent. Wonderful. So yeah, anyone can play them. Just point them back to me. Of course, thank you for playing them. Okay, we are doing You're Still the One by Shania Twain. Okay, wow, that's really fast. Let me chug some water. I always turn off the music too early. Okay, here we go. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make
holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was crazy. So sorry. We will continue without my voice giving up on me. Oh well, embarrassing. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They say, I bet they'll never make it, but just to look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss goodnight. I'm so glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. That is You're Still the One by Shania Twain for Leah. Even with Vera anymore. Lord Choice, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Azza. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Da, 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 da. Is my voice today was shy? No reason to be shy. Come on, how awesome is the voice I'm playing? Azza, thank you so much. It's probably like right when when my voice was like, oh, we're done. But thank you. You guys are so nice. Da, 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 da. Thank you, Nate. Oh my goodness. This sways. Thank you, Nate and Lord Choice, for the claps. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Azza, for the claps. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Okay, next up is Kayla, if you're still here. We are doing Noah Kahan, Growing Sideways. Up next. Would make a swap comment, but check out
Our 7 TV emote. Oh, a sway command. Oh, well. Wait, is there not good? Do I need to get a good sway? What's a good sway? You just gotta let me know what one to add. I will add better emotes. You just let me know, Nick. Okay, yay, Kayla. Good, cool. I'm so excited. They're too hype. We need some chill ones. All right, I'm gonna be on the hunt. I'm gonna look for chill sway emotes. That's my goal for the weekend. Okay, everybody. Noah Khan. Some call him the GOAT. I am some. Okay, here we go, Kayla, with Noah Khan growing sideways. If my voice messes up again, I'm gonna freak out. So I took my medication and I poured my trauma out on some side-eyed middle-aged man's overpriced new leather couch. And we argued about Jesus, finally found some middle ground. Said I'm cured. And I've divvied up my anger into 30 separate parts. Keep the bad shit in my liver and the rest around my heart. I'm still angry at my parents for what their parents did to them, but it's a start. But I ignore things and I move sideways till I forget what I felt in the first place. At the end of the day, I know there are worse ways to stay alive. 'Cause everyone's growing and everyone's healthy. I'm terrified that I might never have met me. Oh, if my engine works perfect on empty, I guess I'll try. I guess I'll try. So I forgot my medication, fell into a manic high, spent my savings at a Lulu. Now I'm suffering in style. Why is pain so damn impatient? And like it's got a place to be, it keeps rushing me. But I ignore things and I move sideways till I forget what I felt in the first place. At the end of the day, I know there are worse ways to stay alive. 'Cause every
was wasted. I don't mind how I watch it go. Oh, it's better to die numb than to feel it all. So I ignore things and I move sideways till I forget what I felt in the first place. At the end of the day, I know there are worse ways to stay alive. 'Cause everyone's growing and everyone's healthy. I'm terrified that I might never have met me. Oh, if my engine works perfect on empty, I guess I'll try. I guess I'll try.
That is Growing Sideways by Noah Kahan. An absolute banger. That's apparently my thing I'm saying after songs today. Thank you, Kayla, for that request. I love that song. Thank you, Lord Choice and Booted. Oh, did I make anyone seasick? Randy, hi, how are you? It's so good to see you. Thank you for these sweet emotes. Thank you, Nate and Lord Choice. Banger. NZ, thank you. Thank you, Kayla. I love doing that song. Anything Noah Kahan is always a good time. So thank you. Randy, how's it going? How are you doing today? How was your Friday evening? All right, everyone, the time has come. And before I do that, I'm going to just take a quick peek and see if the person I wanted to rate is on. No. Okay.
And if all my love was wasted, I don't mind how watch it go.
Oh my gosh, why do I eat my hair? Weird. Oh, okay. Okay. Doing great. I'm so glad, Randy. So very glad. Glad to hear that. All right, we are moving into all right, everybody, we are doing our final song of the day. And it's an original, which is exciting, and it's called Parade. So, here we go. Wait. What was I playing?
It's just one of those things they say you'll grow up to understand someday. But I'm over here sitting and feeling like shit, and I just don't understand why people are always running their mouth, not being about the shit they're talking about. I'm tired. Oh,
song, Parade. I hope that you all enjoyed it and liked it. And Bob, thank you so much for the follow. Wonderful to have you in here. You are 1,120th follower exactly, which is awesome. Love that. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Randy. You were writing a new song. I know. I was like, what is happening? Shen, thank you so much. Thank you, Lord Choice. Randy, Nate, Radial, thank you for saying that's a favorite of yours. I love that. Thank you. Nice chill vibe. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Such a smooth voice. Thank you, Lord Choice. Thank you for saying that when I'm on like 3.5 hours of singing. I appreciate that. I feel like things are getting crazy vocally, and apparently with my brain and motor functions. I don't know. Okay, anyway, thank you, Randy, for the emotes. And Shen, thank you for the claps. Thank you, Booted. Thank you, Lord Choice. Thank you, NZ and Nate and Bob and Randy and Radial and Booted. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, Lord Choice. Hope you're able to make it earlier. Y'all, seriously, thank you for such an incredible stream. I was so tired and kind of like debating on if I was gonna stream, and I'm so happy that I did. I'm just never gonna question it again and just always get on. You guys make it so fun to stream. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you to the new followers, the people from the raids who stuck around. Thank you guys for all your kind words and the claps, and for the subs and for the follows. I just appreciate you so very much. And for the emotes and the being active in chat and requesting songs, it really very much means a lot to me. Thank you to Nate and Pines for modding today. Show some mod love. It was so fun. Thank you to everyone. Booted, thanks for hanging. You make it easy. Oh, Radial, thank you so much. Pleased you decided to. Thank you, Lord Choice. Well, the good news, Bob, is that I will be on tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be... Okay, let me not like put that in stone, but I am like pretty sure I'm gonna try to get on at least for a couple hours in the afternoon tomorrow. So if you join the Discord, I'll update when I'm gonna be getting on tomorrow. But yeah, hopefully y'all can come earlier next time. But thank you so much for sticking around for as much as you did. And I am sending you guys over to Sally Wallach. I hope I said anyway. Oh my gosh, I followed her a while ago and her setup is so pretty. Okay, so y'all show up, show out, have such a good time, and show some love. And I am very excited to see you guys tomorrow or next time or whenever you're free. So have so much fun with Sally and have a wonderful rest of your evening and weekend if I don't see you tomorrow.